when we first met the Scions, she was there from the start. Then after running into some difficulty with the Guardian Empire, she tried to help out in her own ways. Then when Heaven's Ward came out, she continued to do the same, and kept doing this until Stormblood, when she decided it was time for her to become a part of the East Alderney Trading Company, and so she stayed with Hancock and Kugane for a very long time. But when word came out of the plight of the Scions and what was happening to them, she knew she had to come back. And so she returned here to the Rising Stones in Mordona, and now awaits word of what will happen and where the Warrior of Light must go in a week's time. So, with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for another edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog here on Final Fantasy XIV's Exodus server. So, yeah, we are now within the time where we are going to be seeing early access in a week, and then a few days after that, on July 2nd, Shadowbringers officially arrives. And although pretty much anyone who's been playing the game knows what is going to happen, because let's face it, the trailers have spoiled a lot of things for us. Where we're going, what we'll be doing, and what we'll be getting in terms of the new classes, new aspects in terms of things that will be happening here in Eorzea. There's a lot to be looking forward to. How they're going to put it all together, who knows? But we do know that Tataru is likely going to be the initial point of contact for the Scions, because aside from Kryl, there's no one left. It's just the two female Lalafels representing the Scions here in Eorzea until we get word that we can go and find what happened to our friends, and why this one guy decided to mind rape everyone and take them all to what's known as the First World. And I will admit to, in terms of plot, the apprehension, because they're not shy about what's going to happen with the plot. They are pretty much coming out with like, yeah, this is what's going to happen in the plot, this is what's going to happen to you. It's not going to be pretty, it will be a complete stark contrast from what you've been doing in the previous 3 expansions. There's no question in my mind that I fear the worst for the character, and I fear that if they present it the way that I fear that they're going to present it, that the Warrior of Light will become unlikable, and it might discourage people from playing in the future. And that worries me. Like, you've come all this way being this legendary hero who pretty much came out of nothing, and then all expectations, all eyes focus and fixate on you because you're the one who has what it takes to bring peace to Eorzea, to deliver Alamigo and Doma from the clutches of the Guardian Empire, and you have the opportunity to go to Ishgard and save them from the dragons, especially Nidhogg, because, yeah, you have been a hero for so long, and now the game seems to be presenting itself that, yeah, well, you can throw that all out the window now. You're going to be the villain. And that really worries me. How unlikable are you going to be when you play Shadowbringers? And when you do this, like, I know this is something that was teased in Heaven's Ward in 3.4, when you had to confront the group known as the Warriors of Darkness. There were 5 of them, and they talked about, yeah, we brought good to the world, but the world is dying because there's too much good. And like that's I'm really worried about a crossover of plot mentality from Kingdom Hearts, because of the whole thing with Organization 13, and it really makes me think that Shadowbringers will be less Final Fantasy and more Kingdom Hearts, if for no other reason than that because of the plot that they're going for and what they plan to introduce and implement here. And so that's my biggest worry. How less Final Fantasy will Shadowbringers be, and how much Kingdom Hearts will it be? Because if it becomes too much like the other game, then it can in reality become a lost sense of what you've been playing for what will now be 6 years since the Realm Reborn expansion came out. And it'll be all like, yeah, you were a hero for 6 years, but now not anymore. Now you have to be the bad guy. Like I really fear for that is my biggest worry for the game, is how Kingdom Hearts will it be. And I just hope that when it's all said and done, we can at least have some feeling that that the Warrior of Light can still be that, a hero, and the Warrior of Light still. Like, I know what they're going to make you do. It's pretty obvious what they're going to make you do. But yeah, that's my biggest worry with how they're setting up the plot. And I've already got for my new Warrior of Light, who I have shown in a few other streams, I've already got him set up with the way I want him to be portrayed for what's going to happen. So it's one thing that I feel like this is something that I'm going to have to do as far as character portrayal. Like, when they came out with the first trailer for Shadowbringers, I already knew that I wanted to have an Eorzea become the new Warrior of Light. And so the way that they're setting up Shadowbringers gave me all the more reason. It gave me all the more reason to create something that was going to be scary and imposing. And male Eorzea do that very, very well. It's not I'm just so worried about what are they going to do to us. How unlikable are we going to be when it's all said and done? And what are we going to have to do to bring it back? Like, I would really hate to see this expansion be like the character becomes so unlikable that it's impossible to be redeemed. That's what I hope will happen here. That the character that you play as can remain heroic, have some semblance of heroism, and that when the next expansion comes beyond Shadowbringers, that they'll give us exactly that. They'll give us a reason to feel like, yes, you can still be the hero, and yes, you can still save the world. We'll have to wait for one more week to get an answer, but we'll know we'll be getting it from Tataru, and that it's going to be quite the adventure. So, with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching this edition of the Tales of Eorzea vlog. As always, if you have a character here on Exodus or looking to create one here on Exodus and you're interested in joining our free company, we'd be more than happy to have you with us. So thank you very much everyone for watching, and until next time everyone, this is Matthew with Navarro Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.